the Metal Hammer Really exclusive interview.
Aaron.
How's your day going so far?
Not too bad. It's Friday evening. It's actually one of the rare sunny days in London.
There are very few. I can attest to that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's 'cause you guys have been over like super loads to the UK. What, 2 or 3 times?
3 times, yeah.
Okay, and I was gonna say you're the only guy who's actually been in the band ever since, right?
Oh no, we've all been in the band. We've had the same lineup for almost 6 years now. We had a lot of changes in the beginning, but everyone who's in the band now has been in the band since at least '03.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Cool. Well, basically, this feature is just a sort of short one about that point at which a band of your size, particularly in America, the point at which you realise we're actually not a hobby band anymore. We're kind of big. When did playing music go from being a hobby to being a full-time thing? We
started touring full-time, I'd probably say, in 2003. But it was sort of small time, Very fun, but sort of small time. And in 2004, we recorded a record called They're Only Chasing Safety. And our first tour out on that record in the States, things got different, It just became different, and people, I guess, started coming to the shows, and then Warped Tour that summer. Our record came out that summer, and Warped Tour that summer, different, like. I mean, just
describe different. Was it that there was different amounts of people, or that people were reacting differently?
There was many more people, but they behaved differently. They knew the words to the songs and sang along and wanted to hang out, and it was different than it had been before. Before it was sort of you play in bars and you're doing whatever, and you're kind of just getting by. And
but didn't you have like a local following?
We did, yeah. We had a really great local following, and we had a pretty good regional following, in the southeastern states. But this kind of marked a benchmark as far as the style of the band, and we were nervous about the sort of change we made, and people were extremely receptive, and it was really a big surprise because none of us put out that record and expected it to become what it did. We just expected it to be another record. If anything, I expected people to sort of backlash.
Okay, so you made that leap. Tell us about that change, though. What the change was and what it kind of meant.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest part of the change was Dallas Taylor, who used to be the band's frontman. He was now not in the band, and there was a good couple month period where we had no singer at all, and we began to write songs without a singer, and then Chris's girlfriend and Spencer's girlfriend used to live together, and they met that way, and Chris was like, why don't you just come out? And we had this one obligated show we had to play, and Chris was like, why don't you just come out and fill in for us? To Spencer, and Spencer was like, okay, and he kind of just never left.
Okay, cool.
So that was a huge change, obviously, in the sound of the band, because he was a totally different person, totally different writing dynamic, and me and him just became best friends instantly. We wrote together really well and just had a great time, and I think that's been the biggest part of this band's change, obviously, is the fact that, and Tim, who writes the majority of the music, just began to mature, and we were all growing up and together, which I think has made the band be what it is today, as far as growth.
Okay, and so I mean, on that Warped Tour, do you remember the first time you looked out from behind from the riser and saw people singing your words back at you?
I mean, it was most of the summer, but the definitive moment for me was it was the very last day of that summer, and the summer had been extremely hard. We had a crap bus that just was really shoddy and just sort of sketchy and broke down all the time. But there was a period where we didn't even see each other for 2 weeks because we were riding in separate people's buses. So it was the worst but best summer of my life. It was extremely hard. But I remember the very last day we were playing on a really small stage, as we did the whole summer. And the last day, the Used came on to play a special surprise date.
Okay.
And it happened to be that our set fell during theirs. So me and the rest of the band was completely convinced that the show was going to be just horrid, because the Used, who weren't on the tour, decided to jump on for one day in Boston. So here, I mean, I'm kind of downhearted about the thing, and the Used are my dear friends now, and good people, and they're a really incredible band, So they go on, and we go on, and I walked up behind the drums, and the whole ground was full. And it blew my mind, and it was a huge blessing for us, and I think that's when I kind of realized that, wow, this is different than it used to be. Even though the whole summer had been great, that particular day was